Disturbing scenes of slavery that will haunt you. Ever felt a chill run down your spine? A cold dread that whispers of forgotten horrors? Imagine delving into history's darkest chapters, not as a passive observer, but as a witness. We are about to confront scenes so brutal, so profoundly disturbing, they echo through time, demanding our attention. This is not merely a history lesson, a dry recitation of facts and dates. This is an immersive descent into the very heart of human suffering and resilience. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to hear will challenge your understanding of humanity. It will haunt you long after these words fade. We are talking about slavery, a stain on the fabric of human civilization that persists in memory and consequence. It is a story of unimaginable suffering, of lives stolen, dreams crushed, and dignity systematically stripped away. This journey into the past is not easy, but it is essential. Consider first the auction block, a place where human beings were reduced to commodities. Families were torn apart with brutal indifference, their bonds severed forever. Imagine a mother's desperate scream, lost in the cacophony of the market, her child ripped from her arms. The dehumanization here was not just palpable. It was the very foundation of the system. Children, spouses, siblings, all were subject to the whims of buyers, their fates sealed by a gavel's falls. This was the ultimate betrayal of human connection, a marketplace of despair. The emotional trauma inflicted at these auctions reverberated through generations, a wound that refused to heal. The sheer terror of being displayed, inspected, and sold like livestock is almost impossible to comprehend. It stripped individuals of their identity, their personhood, leaving an indelible mark. This was the beginning of a life defined by ownership, not by self. Every transaction on that block was a testament to a system built on cruelty. It was a public spectacle of power and subjugation, designed to break the spirit. The echoes of those desperate cries still resonate, a chilling reminder of what humanity is capable of. Next, we must confront the horrors of the Middle Passage, the forced journey across the vast Atlantic Ocean. This was not a voyage. It was a death sentence for countless souls. Human beings were packed like cargo into the suffocating holds of slave ships, chained together in unimaginable conditions. Disease, starvation, and despair were constant companions in those dark, cramped spaces. Imagine the stench, the suffocating heat, the cries of the dying, and the sheer terror of the unknown. The hopelessness was absolute, a crushing weight that broke even the strongest spirits. Many did not survive the journey, their bodies cast into the ocean, becoming anonymous victims of this brutal trade. For those who did, the trauma of the Middle Passage would forever scar their minds and bodies. It was a living hell, a testament to humanity's capacity for cruelty. Then, for the survivors, came the fields. Endless, back-breaking labor under the scorching sun, from dawn until dusk. Plantations became prisons without walls, where every moment was dictated by the whip and the overseer's command. They were whipped into submission, their bodies bearing the scars of relentless brutality. Every drop of sweat that fell onto the soil was a testament to their suffering, a silent scream against injustice. The work was designed to be crushing, to break the will, to extinguish any spark of rebellion. The cycle of labor was relentless, offering no respite, no hope of escape. It was a life of forced servitude, where every ounce of energy was extracted for the profit of others. This was the reality for millions, a daily struggle for survival against overwhelming odds. Yet, amidst this unimaginable suffering, there was resistance. There was a fierce, unyielding fight for freedom that burned brightly in the darkest corners. Secret meetings were held under the cloak of night, whispered plans exchanged with desperate hope. The fight for freedom was a dangerous game, where one wrong move could mean torture, recapture, or death. Yet they risked everything, driven by an innate human desire for liberty. What incredible courage must that have taken? Think about the Underground Railroad. Not a literal railroad, but a clandestine network of safe houses and brave individuals. It was a lifeline, a beacon of hope in a world of despair, guiding enslaved people to freedom in the North. This network was built on extraordinary courage and selflessness. Those who operated the Underground Railroad, both black and white, risked their own lives and freedom to help others escape. They faced constant danger, knowing that discovery meant severe punishment. What drove them to such heroic acts? It was a profound belief in human dignity, a refusal to accept the injustice of slavery. Every successful escape was a small victory against a monstrous system, a testament to the power of collective action. These acts of defiance, large and small, chipped away at the foundations of slavery. From individual acts of sabotage to organized rebellions, the enslaved never ceased to fight for their liberation. Their resistance, often met with brutal force, proved that the human spirit could not be entirely broken. It was a constant, simmering rebellion against oppression. The Civil War, a bloody, devastating conflict, was fought, at its core, for freedom and for equality. It tore a nation apart, pitting brother against brother, North against South. The cost in human lives was immense, a tragic testament to the deep divisions within the country. Though the war ended and slavery was abolished, the scars remained, deeply etched into the American psyche. The fight for true equality was far from over. In many ways, it was just beginning. Emancipation was a crucial first step, but it did not erase centuries of oppression. Consider the aftermath. A long, arduous road to recovery and reconstruction. Former slaves faced new forms of discrimination, violence, and systemic barriers designed to keep them subjugated. The promise of freedom often felt hollow in the face of continued injustice. The struggle for civil rights, decades later, was a direct continuation of this fight. It was a battle for basic human dignity, for voting rights, for equal access to education and opportunity. Are we truly there yet? Even today, the legacy of slavery continues to shape our societies, influencing everything from economic disparities to racial tensions. We grapple with its consequences daily, in ways both overt and subtle. Understanding this past is crucial to navigating our present. The wounds of slavery are not just historical. They are living, breathing realities for many. They manifest in systemic inequalities and persistent prejudices. Acknowledging these scars is the first step towards genuine healing and progress. We have journeyed through the horrors of the past, witnessed unimaginable suffering, and celebrated incredible resilience. But what about today? Are we truly free from the echoes of slavery, or do they persist in new, insidious forms? Think about modern-day slavery, a chilling reality that often hides in plain sight. Human trafficking, forced labor, and exploitation are not relics of a bygone era. They are happening right now, in every corner of the globe. This is a global crisis, affecting millions. Children forced into labor, women trapped in sexual exploitation, migrants coerced into debt bondage. These are the faces of contemporary slavery. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry, thriving on vulnerability and desperation. The chains may be invisible, but the suffering is real. What can we do in the face of such pervasive injustice? How do we confront a problem that often operates in the shadows? Awareness is the first step. Understanding that this evil has not vanished, but merely adapted. We must educate ourselves, support organizations fighting modern slavery, and demand accountability from governments and corporations. Our collective inaction allows these atrocities to continue. The fight for freedom, it seems, is never truly over. The echoes of the past serve as a stark warning. Complacency is a luxury we cannot afford. The principles that allowed historical slavery to flourish, greed, prejudice, and indifference, are still present in our world. We must remain vigilant. This has not just been a recounting of history. It has been a warning, a profound call to action. We must never forget the atrocities of slavery, nor the incredible strength of those who endured and resisted. To forget is to risk repeating the darkest chapters of our past. We must commit to never repeating such horrors, in any form, anywhere in the world. This requires constant vigilance, empathy, and a willingness to confront injustice wherever it arises. Our collective memory is a powerful tool for change. If this journey into history has stirred something within you, if it has provoked thought and challenged your perspective, then our purpose is served. The stories of the enslaved demand to be heard, their suffering to be acknowledged, and their resilience to be celebrated. We encourage you to delve deeper, to explore the countless narratives of those who lived through these times. Read the testimonies, study the movements, and understand the profound impact slavery has had on our world. There is so much more to learn. Consider supporting organizations dedicated to fighting modern slavery and promoting human rights. Your engagement, your voice, and your actions can make a difference. The fight for true freedom and equality is an ongoing endeavor, one that requires all of us. Thank you for joining us on this difficult but necessary journey. Your willingness to confront these disturbing truths is a proof to your own humanity. Let these echoes haunt you, not to paralyze, but to inspire action. Hit subscribe, like, and share. Also smash the bell notification so you don't have to miss any update if you found value. The conversation continues beyond known.